Dig my makeup, will you? This is not a black eye, this is just Clockwork Orange inspired makeup. So enjoy that, and I'm going to finish this book. I had already tried to finish it, and my card did not, it just wouldn't record it. Like, there wasn't enough space in my computer, so the recording, like, it was over 15 minutes long, and it just got sort of lost because, well, there just wasn't enough space in the computer. So, without further ado, I'm gonna read now. Heavy Healing. In the medieval town of Lourdes, in southwestern France, an underground spring runs through a cave. There, in 1858, a 14-year-old girl claimed to have visions of the Virgin Mary. Lourdes is now a pilgrimage center visited by millions of people each year, and the water of its spring is said to have miraculous healing powers. Sorry, sometimes I need to take deep breaths. It's good for you. Camelot. King Arthur and his knights of the Round Table lived at Camelot, a mythical fortress. According to local legends, Cadbury Hill, a prehistoric fort in England, was the real Camelot. Powerful pyramids. Is there an unexplained power in the Great Pyramid at Giza, Egypt? This centuries-old structure rises 42 stories out of the desert and covers some 13 acres. Legend has it that food stored within its walls remains fresh for weeks, and knives left in its base never need sharpening. Strange items. Some objects are said to have healing powers or protective powers. Others seem to harm their owners. Checking myself, just in case. Medieval physicians uprooted the mandrake herb, which could heal or poison, by tying it to a black dog. Why not do it to themselves? The moment the roots were plucked from the ground, the mandrake supposedly gave a shriek that could drive a person mad. Crystal energy. Some people believe that crystals used as ornaments can channel and harmonize the body's energy. This is not a new idea. Early civilizations thought that crystals protected against disease and bad luck. Killer karats. The Hope Diamond is rumored to have belonged to Queen Marie Antoinette, who was doomed to the guillotine in 1793. More recent owners of this blue diamond have been the victims of financial ruin, suicide, and murder. Who's there? Many people believe in ghosts and spirits. Some of these apparitions are described as troublemakers, but others are said to offer comfort or guidance. Spectre spectacle. Anyone could get lost in the Winchester Mansion, which has 160 rooms and covers more than 6 acres, but its owner hoped to lose ghosts. Sarah Winchester, who inherited the fortune made from Winchester rifles, was convinced that the spirits of people killed by rifles would come to haunt her. To confuse them, she had carpenters working for 38 years, building new rooms with doorways that went nowhere and stairways that ended at the ceiling. Ghost dancers. Wodzibob, a 19th century PIVT, I can't pronounce it, I'm very sorry, but I don't know how to say that, prophet, instructed his followers, the ghost dancers, to use dancing and singing to achieve a trance state. I believe that. It's like a runner's high. It just, when you move around a lot, you feel a certain way. It's like the body's drugs, like the natural opiate chemicals in your body get released when you do a lot of movements, so that could be what's going on with that trance-like state. I think that's legit. He believed that ghosts of Native American dead would help defeat the white man and return North America to the traditional Indian way of life. I respect that too. I'm part Native American, I'm part Cherokee Indian, and I think that's legit. I think that it's not that I'm against the white man, but, you know, powerful people of any color, you know, I feel they harm society a bit. A lot, really. Ghostly hitchhiker. There have been numerous reports of hitchhikers climbing into the back of a car, then disappearing while the car is in transit. In May 1980, in the state of Washington, 20 people phoned the police with similar tales. They had given a ride to a hitchhiker who warned of an eruption of Mount St. Helens, then vanished from their car. The volcano did experience activity the very next month. Guardian beings. Since ancient times, people have believed in otherworldly beings. Many people have reported being guided or watched over by an angelic being. What do you think? I think it's quite beautiful, that's all. Spirit ship. According to nautical legend, a ghost ship inhabited by a Dutch mariner is doomed to sail about the Cape of Good Hope for eternity. Any sailor who sees this ship is its captain, known as the Flying Dutchman, is likely to meet with disaster. Solved. Many mysteries have been explained and revealed as hoaxes, and many mystery makers as frauds. Outfoxed. In the 1850s, Kate and Margaret Fox of New York claimed to be able to contact the psychic realm and receive messages coded into raps and taps from the dead. Their celebrity died, however, when Margaret admitted to a reporter that they did all the tapping themselves. Strange chemistry. Over the centuries, alchemists tried unsuccessfully to discover the Philosopher's Stone, a substance they believed could guarantee eternal youth and change all materials into gold. No magic substance was ever found. What's that on my face? Is that a zit? Well, it's gone now. Seance exposed. A medium named Marjorie Crandon was ruined after she conducted a seance to contact her dead brother, Walter. Walter's materialized hands left thumbprints on a pad. Skeptics proved that the prints had been made by the medium's dentist, a man very much alive. Isn't it funny that it was just the dentist all along? Just some guy. Crop artists. In 1991, 2 artists came forward to claim certain crop circles as their handiwork, but many experts remained unconvinced. How had the artists made the circles that appeared in fields hundreds of miles apart on the same night? Photo fake. In 1940, a lawyer noticed something odd about this photo of an English church. In one of the pews was what seemed to be the ghost of a priest, now believed to be a double exposure. They'll always get you with the double exposure, don't you know? They'll always get you with the double exposure, man. Was considered genuine at the time. Pretend fairies. No one believed the 2 teenage cousins who claimed they had played with fairies until the girls took photos. Only when the cousins reached old age did they admit that their little people were actually drawings on cardboard. It's quite beautiful, the Cottingley fairy story. I've always loved that one. Missing link. The Piltdown Man is an ape-like fossil once believed to be the missing link between apes and humans, supposedly discovered in England in 1912 and given the name Eoanthropus. Eoanthropus, that's my guess, I don't know. Dawn Man, it says in parentheses. The fossilized fragments were later proven to be a human skull and an ape's jawbone. I see. You have seen that throughout history and into the present day, there have been many mysterious occurrences. People show talents that cannot be explained. Historical figures have strange and puzzling pasts, and legends tell of mystical places that have never been discovered. With so many uncertain stories, how can we know what to believe and what might be a farce? Now that you have encountered some of the most bizarre phenomena in the world, what do you think? That's for you little viewers at home to answer. I just like to supply the info, but I will say that I also just find it quite interesting and quite pretty. And that's that. Thank you, and good night.